I am coming to you live behind the scenes at Dear Evan Hanson, and I am here with anyone who's seen the play knows the face of Mike Faist. It's so great to see you.
It's a pleasure. Thanks
You
for
play
having me.
Connor in the musical, and I don't want to do too many spoilers here because I think, you know, there are people out there who are going to be coming to us, they've seen the show,
Right.
and then there are the people out there who haven't seen it,
right.
and we hope to give them a good taste of what there is to enjoy
that's
here.
Fair. Yes, absolutely.
And this is your dressing room.
This is it.
This
Welcome,
is it.
guys.
I'm curious to know from people who are watching what they think. Like, does it look like what you expected a Broadway dressing
Probably
room?
not. It's like eclectic and kind of like, well, you know, I'm messy and weird, and I just got like things that I like to look at.
What's
who are
with
inspiring and
the hand?
This was an opening night gift from one of our understudies, Olivia Puckett. She made a cast for everybody.
Because you're part of the cast.
Right, you know, and like, you know, Dear Evan wears a cast. So, you know, and some of it's like, these are all mostly just opening night cards, and some of it is like fan art, like someone made this during the show kind of a thing, like in the playbill. That was kind of cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah, and like, you know, our costume designer made this, and, you know, some things that are nice to have, and then like, I do a lot of reading from back here. And
Let's see. Oh, you have the Little Prince, Le
I have
Petit
The Little
France.
Prince,
Have you
yes.
read it in French?
I have
Do you
not,
speak French?
No.
No. Okay.
No, I'm not nearly as sophisticated.
So you do love Antoine de Saint-Exupéry.
Yeah, he's fantastic, truly. Yeah, and you know, and mostly it's just like messy, and I don't know, it's my little home.
Wait, the water bottle that says, is
The
this your
Kizzle.
nickname?
No, Will Rowland has a label maker, and so we decided to do that. We have a lot of time, you know?
Yeah, right. Well, so I want to get into a little bit about your backstory. By the way, guys, Mike will take your questions, and we're going to get up in just a second here and give you a little bit more of a taste for what it's like behind the scenes here of the studio and the whole show, and let us know where you want to see behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Your story, you started out in Ohio, grew up in Ohio.
Right.
You came here because you had the dream to come to New York and be on Broadway.
Yeah.
And here you are.
Yeah.
Is that... has it fully sunk in at this point, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not my first Broadway show, so the first one, it was definitely overwhelming, and I remember, like, really needing to, like, bask in it and take it in, kind of a thing. This one, you know, I've learned the ropes a little bit more, but with this show is so special because of the content and the story itself. That's what makes doing this show 8 times a week so special.
8 times a week.
8 times a week, yeah.
What does that take in terms of your time commitment, your energy, and also the show? This has a lot of depth. It's a heavy show. It's of the moment, and your character in particular.
Yeah, a lot of water. A lot of water and
Stay
sleeping.
hydrated?
Yeah, stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. Make sure to drink from the Kizzle over there. Yeah, lots of just rest, water, making sure you take care of yourself, not, you know, going out partying, and, you know, just enjoy yourself. Enjoy it. You know, don't take yourself too seriously while you're doing it, and just learn to enjoy it. You know, it's live theater. You know, no one dies at the end of the show, knock on wood, you know.
In real life.
In real life, yes, exactly. But, you know, it's we're just enjoying ourselves and just doing it and basking in it.
Well, I want to talk as we walk around.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's talk about the audition process because, you know, as an outsider, a lot of people have seen Fame.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's their one sense. Are we going left or right?
Yeah,
what
you
do you
gotta-
prefer?
Let's go this way.
Okay,
Why not?
so
Yeah.
you guys just come along this way. So
This
what was
way.
the audition process like?
For this show in particular, it was the untitled Pascal Levinson was what I was auditioning for at the time.
Okay.
And so there was no script.
Okay.
There were 2 scenes from the original version of the show.
Okay.
2 scenes that no longer exist anymore in the show.
Cool.
And
Annie's back behind us with the light.
there we go.
Thanks, Annie. By the way, thank you to Taylor, who's bracing herself as we walk down these stairs, being very careful.
Very careful. I wonder if there might... Jennifer? Hello?
Oh, wait, let me just get out of the way. He's filming.
Mom? Mom?
No!
Can I say hi?
Pink Girl!
I can't? You're in Pink Girls?
Pink Girl!
Let me double check.
Oh my gosh.
Let me put my hat on.
Give yourself a second. You let me know when you're ready.
What are you doing?
It's this with ABC.com and Facebook Live.
Fine.
Hi.
This is what you get.
How are you?
I'm great.
my
How are
Nice to meet you.
you?
I'm Rebecca.
This is my beautiful
I'm
mother.
half pin girl.
Well,
We're
you're
a league in
looking
the
great.
show. Thank
You're
you.
looking great.
This is
I'm
my
so
gorgeous.
sorry. Oh, my mom.
Tell
Jennifer's-
us about your experience working on Dear Evan Hansen.
Oh my God, it's been one of the most gratifying shows I've been a part of. The message is so strong. Losing this one every night has taught me some life lessons I hope I don't ever have to learn again. But knowing that people can go on through tragedy is a really important lesson. And
Yeah.
we're impacting so many people. It's really rewarding. It's the best kind of theater.
That was something that, I mean, it's not surprising given the depth of the show, but the outpouring of response, the number of people who have said, I made a different life choice
Yeah.
after seeing that performance.
Yeah.
How many things in this life can we say actually make that kind of impact?
I mean,
I don't know.
you
It's
know
a
what?
special
We're not
thing,
doctors. We're not firemen. We're not emergency med teams. We're not, like in the army saving lives. But what we do to have that impact, doing what we do, which is what we love, is a gift that I feel lucky to have, having chosen what could be a frivolous lifestyle, but it really has a strong impact, and it feels very gratifying.
Thank you for joining us. Do you mind? I know we're asking you
her-
on camera. Do you mind if we take a peek in here?
Hers
Is
is
this
beautiful.
your dressing room?
Hers is gorgeous.
Oh
She
my
really-
gosh! Did you decorate yourself?
Oh, yeah.
I did.
Are
yeah.
those? Is that what your kid?
My son.
Your son?
He's holding an apple, which is the theme in the show, an apple orchard. That's my panda in a space suit.
You have a panda.
Space Panda.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very
Yeah,
zen
hers
in
is
here.
very-
What do you recommend to the people watching? And we're talking to Mike a little bit about this whole process of coming to Broadway, getting on a Broadway show. What do you recommend to the dreamers out there, the people who want to do what you do with your life?
I
Don't do it,
Always said, I've always said, educate yourself. I was not mature enough or ready to come to New York as a 17-year-old. I needed that 4 years of education. Other people need some other kind of education, and whether it's just private acting classes or experiencing community theater and observing everyone around you. But don't come before you're ready. Get those lessons into your body and
Yeah.
learn how to deal with rejection.
Yeah.
Well, and
the
this
best
is-
way to go off that is by having like people around you who are in the same boat with you, that foundation. And I think you get that a lot of times if
Still
you go
can't
to
get
a.
over my hair right
I know. But you know, if you go to a conservatory or a
Yeah,
college
yeah,
setting
yeah.
and you're all moved together, then you're all in
Yeah.
it together. You know what I mean? It's hard enough, so you might as well like have that support system with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I moved here with a small group of friends. We were all in the same boat, so we were a family. All striving to do the same.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
taking the time to chat with us. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
The show is phenomenal, and you do a great
And
job.
against one.
Yeah.
We have a question from
there you go.
Jonathan.
Why don't you come in here, Mike?
Oh, okay.
That's you. People want to see you.
And I think you both could answer it. Jonathan asked,
See you.
he's
The
curious
two of you.
how your performance has evolved from the early days of the show to its current run. Also, does all the crying in the audience ever distract you?
Great question.
Well, as far as how the show's involved, I mean, my character in particular, you know, it was kind of, I always say it was kind of, it was not glossed over, but it was not looked at in depth as it is now. And when Connor passed away, he had passed away. That was kind of it. And then they kind of experimented with this idea of bringing him back, and I don't know, had him, and they didn't really know how to do that, so they were like, well,
there
we
was a
maybe
lot
have
of
like,
shifting, a lot of-
yeah, you know, and so, and overall, I mean, the biggest thing I always say is that when they first started out, they were really looking at it from a like cynical point of view of this generation and how we react to tragedy, and then they stopped judging it and they started asking, well, why is that the case? And they started to empathize with who we are as people, and I think that really informed the full development and how these characters kind of came about and why they are the way they are, and like it answered a lot of really deep questions that way. I don't know.
The need to feel connected too. Yeah, I think from the beginning for me as Cynthia, and as well for you, the weight of the scenes kept shifting because they didn't know what points were going to be the most poignant and most important in the show. So, for example, I lost a whole song to what became a 2-minute scene. So there's all that body of beautiful music and storytelling that was condensed into a solid 2 minutes, but I still had the same message to come across, to give forth. And so those challenges were constantly coming at us. And even the slight change of a single word changes the whole impact of an entire scene. So we've gone through a lot of very small but very, very significant changes.
Very much so.
And I think your transformation throughout all of it might have been some of the most difficult because they were trying to figure out how he was going to work into the world as a non-human.
Right.
As an Adonis.
How, from the emotional standpoint, the audience is so engaged during your performances, and in other shows, you know, you have an audience. Oftentimes, they're laughing, they're cheering. In this type of very heavy audience reaction, do you feed off of that energy when you're on stage?
I mean, you're always listening to audiences, and you know, you do 8 shows a week. They're always different, and I think depending on, you know, if it's a Wednesday matinee to a Saturday night show, it's always going to be kind of different, and so you're always kind of having to feed off of what they're giving to you. With this show in particular, I think, you know, at times it makes people extremely uncomfortable, and they get fidgety, or they
giggle at inappropriate.
you know, they don't know
that's
how
interesting.
to. They don't know how to.
Process.
Yeah,
in
you
that
know what's
moment.
happening, and I think if anything, that validates that. Okay, we're onto something. We're doing
Right.
something right.
Stay the course.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You know, so it just continues to feed us.
Well, thank you for sharing this with us. We seriously, I know we just literally, we literally just barged in to her dressing
Next time I'll be ready.
After, actually, you know what I'm going to do? Guys, I'm going to post a picture at the end of all of this. I'm going to post a picture of you in
real
your
self.
stage makeup,
Thank you.
everything. Yeah, no, because it is a transformation every day.
It is. God.
No, you look fabulous. Congratulations, all your
Thank
success
you
and
so
continued
much.
success.
Nice to
Thank you. Nice to see you too.
I'll see you in a second. We'll keep making the way. I
Will
guess.
asks, what are some of your favorite songs in the show? And also, do you think the song Waving Through a Window is about your character or Ben's or both?
Oh,
Noise out here.
I know, Crystalline,
All this noise in my front lawn.
come out here.
Hi, Crystalline.
Come out
How are
here.
you?
Good.
We're
Come help
here.
answer this question.
Oh.
We're here with ABC News. We're doing. Nice to meet you, Rebecca Jarvis.
Crystalline Lloyd.
Yeah, you're beautiful. We're doing behind the scenes with Mike. He's giving us a tour.
You're live on
And I'm
Facebook.
and you're live on Facebook. Yeah, exactly. Come on out,
What's the
Crystalline.
question?
Question is, what's your favorite song in the show?
Oh. Either Sincerely Me or Mom Couch Song.
Mom Couch song.
Mom Couch Song.
You both agree on the Mom Couch song?
Mom Couch Song.
What is it about the Mom Couch song?
Well, I mean, one, it's Rachel Bay Jones. She's singing it so pretty. And it's this really redeeming moment in the show. And it's like it heals everybody. I really love that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then the other question was waving through a window, whether or not that was like particularly Evan's feeling or like Connor's feeling or your
I
feeling,
think
or
the
is it
point
like,
of us being in it
Yeah.
also is not just to show Evan's isolation. I think it's to show ours as well.
Yeah.
I mean, that's at least how I play it when I'm walking around on stage and we have our moments where we're freezing.
Mhm.
And it's also that's why the show works because it's
A
relative.
universal-
Everyone.
It's a
Yeah.
universal feeling, and
Right.
so I think it's all of us as well.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
bye.
Thank you.
Bye, Crystalline. Thank you.
Maggie asks, what's your favorite scene in the show that Connor isn't in?
Oh, that's a good one. My favorite scene in the show is in the second act, and Heidi goes to dinner with the Murphys, and within it, the Murphys offer money to support Evan's college endeavors. You know, they're willing to pay for Evan's college using Connor's savings, and it's this really. That's a stomach-churning moment, I think, in the play, and it really is really wonderful. And it just sinks a little bit more. Everything comes into like a very real place in that moment, and it's like stakes are pretty high here, and it's beautifully written, by Stephen Levinson, and it's a true moment in the play where it's a scene. I mean, there's no like song that's telling the drama within it. It's just the actors and they're doing a scene. It's very simple and it's very gripping and it's wonderful. Favorite scene.
Will wants to know where you guys going to put your
Hey,
Tony.
this is Garrett.
Garrett.
Oh, Garrett.
Garrett, you're live on Facebook.
You're live on Facebook. I'm Rebecca Jonas.
Garrett's one of our stage managers.
What's it like to be a stage manager on this show?
Oh my gosh, it's so gratifying and so wonderful, and I mean, I get to work with these amazing people every day and come in and do this fantastic show. So
How do you become a stage manager on Broadway? What's the process? The E True Hollywood story.
Oh gosh.
I'm kidding.
I don't. You just gotta work hard and get in touch with people. I mean.
How do you get to know the right people in the early stages? If you put yourself back in that
You
moment.
just you put yourself out there. Really, I that's all I did. I was
Kind of
just
like respond to like calls. And
Yeah, you like take what comes at you, and like you kind of like. I always had this like. This goal and like mindset sort of, and just like things came my way as I needed them and took everything that came like towards me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Good for you.
it's like crazy. It's a crazy business. To
What's
try
the
and get
craziest
into.
thing you've seen? Maybe not here, or just in behind the scenes as a stage manager on Broadway.
The craziest thing to me is walking outside at the end of the show.
All the people.
Yes, that is insane. I just don't get it. I mean, I get
Do you
it.
ever sign
I get
autographs?
it. I've thought about it. Because people do look at me. They're like, and I'm like, I'm not in this.
Evan?
Like, oh, it's not me.
Oh my god.
I've definitely thought about it.
It's amazing.
Maybe I should one day.
I think you should. Now that you're on Facebook.
Now I'm famous, right?
Right.
Facebook famous. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us.
Yeah.
Good luck with everything.
Thanks.
Continued success. All right, where are we going, Mike?
I don't know if Rachel's here, but I'm sure she wouldn't mind if you want to just take a quick peek.
All right, cool. Why don't you guys get in there?
And see what hers is like. Very similar to Jen's. Very nice.
So, whose dressing room is
This
this?
is Rachel's. Yes. And then we'll continue on this way.
All right, great.
Very nice.
So, how many times a day would you say you go up and down these stairs?
I can't even count. It's always just running up and down, running up and down.
What are your pre-show rituals?
You know, we're always listening to music before the show, at least on the top floor.
Do you have a go-to song?
No, we don't have like necessarily go-to song, and then usually what happens is we'll have a dance party in Ben's dressing room.
Oh wow! I think I'm
Maybe
gonna
at,
need to
like,
see when we're on flat
15,
ground some
10
moves
minutes or
from your
so.
dance
Oh
party.
no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. This is underneath, so right above us is the actual. These
Okay.
are our.
They said no.
Yes. Wardrobe. Here's some clothes. And storage.
So when you're performing, are you backstage here? This is backstage area, or
This is underneath.
This is underneath.
So this
the
is
stage?
like here's like the trees right here. If you can see.
Oh, the trees, right?
Yeah, there's the trees. They go up right underneath the deck there. Yeah.
Cool.
So it's very, very. It's where all the magic really happens, and the wonderful people who really make the show run. Actually.
When you first moved to New York, you were 17,
Yes.
or yeah, 17 years old,
And we'll head up. This
and
way.
you would go home to Ohio in the summers
Yeah.
to work in construction.
Yeah.
And I read that you, when you were first here, were living on food stamps in New York.
Yeah.
You say it like that's
I don't know. I feel like that's probably pretty common.
for actors.
I think, yeah, actors are really like anyone who's young. I mean, like, you're trying to, you move to, like, one of the most expensive cities in the world.
Right.
And you're trying to do your dream, and you have no money. Yeah, you're going to, you know, do whatever you need to do. We're going to head up this way, you guys.
So you do whatever you need to do. So
should tell.
you have to just hustle, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so, I mean, it wasn't, I don't know, it was what it was. I was, you know, just trying to do what I needed to do.
What was the toughest lesson you had to learn along the way?
Huh. That's probably one I'm still, you know, learn with on a day-to-day basis here. This is our Bloomingdale's Blue Room, by the way.
And
Welcome.
it is blue.
And it is blue.
So you, every day you're learning tough lessons, you would
No,
say?
yeah, I think at least for now, the one that really kind of sticks with me is the figuring out when you're doing acting. It's very much a personal kind of experience, and it's very vulnerable at times. And I think to put yourself out there, it takes a lot. And a lot of the times, I think we're constantly, you go out on auditions and you get no's, and it's always because you're not this enough, you're not that enough, and you're not necessarily what they're looking for, and you're always comparing yourself to someone else. And Meisner has this really wonderful quote that says, "There's nothing more authentic than a fully alive, There's just nothing more. Sorry, it goes like this. There's nothing more exciting than a fully alive, fully authentic version of yourself." And that's a real hard lesson to learn, I think, as you go along. And it's a constant thing to like continue to tell yourself that like you're here for a reason. You're on the right track, and like you're gonna be okay. I hear them warming up. Should we go say hi?
Yes. Do you mind if I just say one thing?
Yes.
Because I really respect what you just shared, and
yes.
that's very vulnerable of you. No, I genuinely want you to know that I respect it, and I think that it's really honest. And I think that as an outsider looking into the world of theater, your point about all of these roles, and you want to be the part that they want you to be when you walk in that door, when you're going into these auditions. And so separating between living up to that expectation but still being true to who you are has to be just an everyday challenge.
It is, absolutely. And I mean, it's very easily to walk out on stage and have 1,000 people look at you, and you can easily think like, oh, well, they're out to get me, almost in a way. And you have to stop getting in your own head, and you have to stop getting in your way about those things, and realize that everyone really is rooting for you in this industry, and it is a community, and it is at least with the craft, I believe it's a personal journey as well as like a spiritual journey, at least for myself, is what I'm learning, and it is a day-to-day practice, and you just got to keep at it. Yeah.
You have a question from Maggie. She says, have you found any similarities between your character Morris Delancey in Newsies and Connor in Dear Evan Hansen?
Not really, no. No. Well, I guess one dances his feelings away, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. Should we,
Sure, let's walk.
Do it.
Thank you.
This way. So I hear him.
Are we going up or down?
We're gonna go up. Just one.
So who do you hear?
This is Colton Ryan, everyone.
Hi.
Oh,
No.
Colton Ryan.
Nice to see you.
Nice
I'm
to
Rebecca
see you.
Jarvis.
Rebecca
We're here
Jarvis.
with ABC News on Facebook Live right now.
On now. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
We like to surprise everybody who comes to work today.
That's the best thing about live TV, right? Or whatever you call it now.
Yeah, exactly.
Nowadays.
Colton's one of our understudies. He's also the standby for Evan. And we had the great privilege of last Sunday. He went on for Evan, and he made his Broadway debut.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
What was that moment like for you?
Hyper aware.
Come on up. Come on up.
Yeah. No. It was.
As you're here in your backpack,
Yeah. As I'm
coming in
coming
with
to
your
work
lunch.
Right.
Oh God! What an ugly view for TV. Yeah. No. It was thrilling.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I thank these guys, especially him. They were very helpful. And they were very present with me and helping me along the way. So we call it the show of love. They were kind of pushing me along.
He was wonderful. Yeah.
Appreciate that.
He was
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What a moment. Did you call your family beforehand?
This
Crazy
is a great
enough,
story, actually.
I'm graduating college right now, and all my we have a thing called a showcase where we all come to New York City. We perform for a bunch of industry professionals. It just so happened the showcase was that weekend, so my mother, my best friends were all here, and they all kind of bum rushed the theater. They're like, "Give us the tickets!" And we got like 20 of them somehow. I mean,
Yeah.
and and So yeah, and so they were all there.
What a moment.
It's a very crazy, spiritual, amazing day. So
Yeah. It was wonderful.
yeah.
Remind everybody your name and where they can find you if they're looking to find you
Of
in
course.
the world of
Oh
social
my
media
God.
and whatnot.
Well, the Colton Ryan is my name. The handle is at Colton the Wizard. It's a branding thing. So yeah, I'm on everything somewhere, so you can find me. Same name.
Cool.
Everywhere.
We'll let you go ahead of us and get to your
Yeah,
guys'
yeah, you guys- you keep doing
Colton
your thing.
Ryan, nice
Bye,
to meet
Colton.
you.
Nice to meet you.
This is great.
Sound guy.
Great. All right, this way.
What
guys.
what a great thing to have all of those things happen to him
I know.
in one weekend.
I know. It was really
meant to be.
No, it really was. Watch out right behind you guys.
Another viewer tuning in now, Kimberly says, "What's your favorite song and why?"
Oh, well, mine is For Forever, and it's the one moment in the show that it really starts the plot of the show, and it's the first time that Evan really, he's telling this lie throughout it, but it's coming from a very truthful place and a very vulnerable, honest place for him, and so it's very parallel. The different problems that are happening within it. Hey Benjamin, could we steal you?
Sure.
Are you sure?
For 1 second, I'm just gonna keep warming up.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how
Rebecca
are you?
Jarvis with ABC. We're on Facebook Live really
Hello,
fast.
everyone.
Know you're getting ready for the show. Congratulations on everything you've accomplished
Thank
with
you
all of
very
this.
much.
You've done a tremendous job.
Well, thank you. Just one show at a time.
Thank you for. Seems like you got to get back to your
Yes. Just
warm ups and
I
whatnot.
got my cast
Okay.
getting molded in
Go get
half
your
hour,
cast
so I have
on.
to be all
Cool.
good to go by
Here we
then.
go. All right, buddy.
Best wishes with everything.
See you in a bit.
No
Thanks.
problem.
Bye.
Bye, Facebook. All right.
Everyone here is so friendly.
Yeah. I mean, why
Because they're
not?
musical theater people.
Right. It's a hard enough show to do, so you gotta make it easy on yourselves. And we've all been with it. 7 out of 8 cast members have been with it for 3 years, and you develop those relationships, and you really get to know people, and it's a very family-oriented base right now, and it's a small group, so we really love each other. Yeah.
It shows
Yeah.
in a real way.
Yeah, no, it's good people. Let's see. I bet you Will Rowland's in now. And that guy is fun.
We'll say hi to Will and then we'll let you be on your way. I wanted to know what is all of this?
Shut up,
Oh, these are
Where are
These
you?
are jokes. Daniel would like to explain.
Daniel.
Daniel!
You're on
Hey.
Facebook.
How are you? Facebook Live.
Hey, how are you?
Rebecca
Hey,
Jarvis.
Rebecca, it's a
Nice
pleasure to see you.
Thanks
How
for
you
having
doing?
us.
Oh, it's our pleasure to have
No,
you.
I'll explain
What's going
for
on? Interviewing this guy?
No.
He's been showing us the whole. He's
Oh,
been
yeah.
showing us all behind the scenes. He showed us his dressing room.
Oh, sweet.
He'd
And
like
the
a
hair
much.
place?
He'd like a
Hair
huge
place.
dressing room.
Oh, maybe we can move the wigs into your place and you can have this whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, nice to see you all.
Nice to
Enjoy
see
your
you.
tour.
Thank you.
These are all jokes that our wonderful hair gentleman, Daniel, says for Rachel. And they're all just like really corny jokes.
Singing in the shower is all fun and games until you get shampoo in your mouth.
It's
That
just
is
a
just
soap opera. Exactly. Exactly. So, we keep things light and fun back here.
Well, I know you've got to get going to get ready for the rest of your night.
No problem.
But thank you for having us back here, Mike.
No,
This is-
thanks for having
This
me,
is
you
really
guys.
cool, and thank you for sharing your story with us and
Please.
your time, and excited to see your star continue to rise.
Very sweet. Thank you very much.
Thank
Such
you.
a pleasure.
Best wishes with everything.
Thank you guys.
And thank you guys. Great questions. Thanks for
Bye.
joining us. We'll see you again soon.
Take care. Bye.